Switch it up.
What is this?
Yo.
What we listening
Welcome
to?
back, y'all. This is With You by Asia. Detroit native, signed by Eric Bellinger. It's called With You.
Ways, you got me feeling all type of
Hold up.
ways, yeah. I never felt these feelings before.
As y'all join in, let people know we live. Share the video.
Yeah, what I went through was all for you. Boy, you can say what you wanna.
Like I said,
I
TikTok,
know
y'all
where
can't hear
I
the song, but
belong.
it's pretty dope.
And you can act scared if you
Check
wanna.
her out.
I know I won't waste your time.
I said give them that information again. Who is this?
Asia, With You, on all platforms. What?
Boy, you don't know what you do to me. I need you to see I'm in love with you.
What up? What up? What
Baby,
up?
I
We
need
in
you.
here.
I'm
We're
in
about
love
to
with
start
you.
our live show.
You.
Come kick it with us. Come hang out with us.
Boy, you don't know what you do to me. I need you to see I'm in love with you.
Sorry, y'all can't hear the music.
Baby, I need you to know I'm in love
Not
with
a
you.
great feature.
You can join us on YouTube.
Yeah.
Join us on YouTube or Facebook. Our Facebook is What They Never Told Us podcast. If nothing else, if you stopped in here tonight, check out the
Everybody's
podcast.
saying this is a little too fast.
What up,
but it's
Shay?
okay,
What up,
yeah.
Shanika?
I never been so
Aaron,
Shout out
what's
all
up?
our people.
What up?
That I wish for you, yeah. And it came
Shanika said
true.
she'll be going in and out, trying to do this homework. Do your thing.
Boy, you can say
Go
what
for
you
it.
want. I know where I belong now. And you can act scared if you wanna. I know I won't waste your time. All those tears waited on you so I could face my fears. After all these years, look what we got here. Boy, you do what you do to me. I need you to see I'm in love with you. Baby, I need you to know I'm in love with you. Boy, you don't know what you do to me. I need you to
What up,
see
what up, what
I'm
up?
in love with you.
We live, man. We getting started.
I'm in love with you. Yeah.
What up, everybody? What's going on? What's going on? Do us a favor. If you are here, hit the share button. Let people know we're on. It's not because we're vain. We don't need your affirmation. We just need the algorithm. We need the algorithm to be on our side. And when you share it and let people know we on, Facebook says, yo, this is stuff people like. And then it pushes it out to other people who may have never heard of us. And we just think the information is valuable. So if you agree, hit the share button, like, comment, and all that good stuff. As always, what up? How y'all doing? How your week been? Y'all been good? What's good? We got.
Whoop, my bad.
Gonna move my whole mic. That's how you feel.
Well, that's what you be doing to me too.
We
That's why
gotta
my
get
mic
this
all
together.
out of place.
It's,
You hear me?
So we got a lot of people on. Barbara's here. Capricia.
Who is Barbara?
Mike. We went to school, high school with her.
Oh.
Shay, Aaron, Shanika, Shay. What up? I don't like the way you came, Barbara. Like, who is Barbara? I don't like
No,
that.
because I got an aunt named Barbara.
Oh, no.
So I was like, who? Thank you very much.
We on. If you haven't shared yet, please hit share. Bottom left hand of your screen. Yeah. So this episode was real for us. Gender roles. What do we call it? I can't remember what it was called.
Who wears the pants in this relationship?
Who wears the pants? We ain't even had this. We know who wear. No, I'm joking.
I was just getting ready to ask them, based on the episode, who did y'all think were the pants in the relationship? I done messed this thing up. Now I can't see the chat.
What up, Kia? What up, Ronnie? What's up, family?
Ronnie Madison?
Yes.
What up, booty?
You got to take the I out. It ain't Madison. It's Matson. What up, Trina? What up, everybody? Round of applause for all of you guys for coming in the room. We are back once again. We missed y'all per the usual. What up, Brett? We're excited to be back again. We always wait for Wednesdays because it's favorite day of the week. It's what they never told us day, you know?
No, I forgot it was Wednesday.
Yeah, you definitely forgot. So we gotta go. She was like, "What? What? What's
Thank you,
going on?"
Aaron. I wear the pants in the relationship.
Brandy does not wear the pants.
As long as y'all know, Russell can be oblivious and think that he's the one who actually wears the pants in the relationship.
She's just loud. That's it.
It's not.
And she's like, "So what's Aaron dog?"
Stella.
She like Stella. Stella thinks she the alpha.
Stella get her weight on. I said Stella get her weight on.
I ain't going there. So we unpacked a lot in the episode, and this actually came out of an earlier episode that we did, and I don't know how we landed there, but we ended up talking about men, and there was a part where I was like, yo, fellas, don't put a dollar amount on your value, right? Like who you are as a man, the magnitude of man you are, that has nothing to do with how much money you make. And I made that statement, and I posted a clip of it on our social media, and there was a lot of feedback that I got from that. People commenting on in my DM, in my inbox. Of course, they ain't put it under the post because they didn't want me to know that, man, I was moved by that. But they were saying like, yo, man, you have no idea how much I needed to hear that. And we had already had on one of our topic lists talking about gender roles. Right. But I think when we saw that response, we were like, yo, there's people that need to hear this. So that's when it became a thing. And we decided to do a whole episode on this. So I thought it was pretty interesting.
It was. It's sometimes it's difficult for us to talk about stuff that we're like actively going through in our relationship. And we never really, we don't plan out the conversation. So we never really know where it's going to go until it actually goes there. Yeah. So I was happy to see where this episode kind of landed because I think, again, every time we talk about it, I gain more clarity on it. And so it just helps us in our relationship. But then just hearing the comments always of people saying like, yo, that helped me too. Like I've been married for this amount of time and, it's something that we still talk about or we don't talk about and we need to talk about. So it was dope. I love hearing y'all feedback. So that's the whole reason why we here right now. But yeah, I thought it was a good episode.
So I am curious for my ladies who are joining us here today. Number one, welcome. I'm going to keep hitting this hand clap round of applause button today because I just feel like celebrating. But I want to know from you guys, what are attributes or what is a role that you look for in the man in your life, right? Like when you think about the person you're building a life with, if you're married, the person that you are building a life with, what are attributes or characteristics of the role that you expect a man to play in your relationship? Now, once again, this is completely up to you and what you prefer and what you require as a woman. So I'm not looking for anything here, but I'm just curious. Drop in the chat right now. Number one, as we start this off, what are some characteristics of the role that a man plays in your life?
I can guarantee that a lot of people are going to say a provider. And now with the context that we have now, I want to know what that means for people. So if you say a provider, what does that mean for you? Is that money?
They talking about money. They talking about money.
Because that used to be important for me. That's not important for me now.
I don't want to push back, but on some level, there's importance there, right? Like, of course, we live a life. We need to make money. I can't see a scenario in which you're with a man who, isn't doing his part financially, and that's okay.
But that doesn't make him a provider. You feel what I'm saying?
That's your context. I want to leave some room. Don't go there yet.
No, for real. So Shanika says, now Brandy wears the pants.
We're skipping past all of that. Princess says being a leader. Trina says protector. Candace says collaboration, support, protector. Okay.
Teamwork. support.
Okay.
And all of those things mean something different to everybody. You know what I'm saying? Like being a support is y'all talking about like emotionally, financially again. What does support mean for y'all?
Protection, provider, and honesty. Oh yeah, communication. She said it twice. Don't skip my comment. I'm skipping that comment. I'm not feeding into none of y'all foolishness on today.
Listen,
y'all not finna bait me.
They know.
Yeah, so it's this like conundrum that we kind of unearthed as we were going through our counseling, right?
Yeah.
And I think that it's a situation that a lot of men find themselves in, especially black men, right? Statistically, and we talked about this before, but statistically, black women are more educated and higher paid than black men.
Mm-hmm.
They outnumber us by a great number. You know what I mean? So in most scenarios nowadays in a marriage, the woman sometimes we're finding is higher paid than the man, right?
Yeah.
But society still puts a gang of emphasis on how much money a man makes.
Mm-hmm.
So there's this conundrum like, okay, so what does providing mean? You know what I mean? Like, what does this look like in our scenario?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you got Megan said a good one. She said, where'd it go?
A planner.
A planner. Yeah. That's huge. I think you talked about that a little bit on the episode. So like before that, if somebody would have said a planner, it would have registered something totally different in my mind. But how you said like vision casting for the family, having an idea of where we should be, and then creating a plan and a roadmap for how do we get there.
Yeah.
That's huge. Like I've never even considered that before, but like knowing that that's even something that's on your mind. Like, yeah, we're good, we're great now, but we have so much potential, and like it's on me to define like where are we going, and then do whatever I can to make sure that not just me and you get there, but that everybody that's with us get there too.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's big. That's big.
Absolutely.
She said setting a plan for the fam. Yes, super important.
That part. I don't know. Are my fellas here yet? Man, I be in here alone, just in here in the den by myself. Where my fellas at?
Candace says, support for me means don't sit around waiting for me to do everything. If you see a need, meet it without me pointing it out. That's, man, I ain't about to go there. But yeah. Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
So, if there are fellas on here that have just remained silent up to this point, I want y'all to do the same. I want you to write in the comments. Same thing, like what is your idea or characteristics that you think embody, you know, the role of what a woman will play in your life. Since I'm a dude and I got the mic, I guess I'll just start it off because I don't even know if there's any dudes on here. I'm going to say support. And I know that's a vague I know it's a vague word, so I'll try to give more clarity on that. I think support in the sense of concern. You know what I mean? Like, for me, it's important, like, when I come in, if I ain't seen you in a grip, if I come in the door, it's important to me that you're like, hey, what's up? How's your day? You doing? How are you good? Like, just checking on my well-being. I've been out in the world. You know what I'm saying? Out here taking darts as a black man. Like, check on me. There's that. There's respect, and that's another vague term, but clarity on that is communication. I think Shayla was kind of touched on that, but communication in a way that feels respectful. You know what I mean? Or feeling like I have a presence in your life. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, the worst thing in the world for a man would be like if there was a noise and he's like, I'm gonna go check it out. If she was like, sit down, you know you ain't finna do nothing.
What you gonna do?
It's like, yo, for real? Or like emasculating things, or like put downs, or like, you know, you ain't blah, blah, blah. It's like, okay, there's joking and roasting and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But when there's like that little smudge of truth in there where it's like, oh no, you really think I'm
think I'm a pot?
You think I'm soft out here in these streets. You know, those are things to me that like chip away at a man. And there's also like I want to be careful how I say this right now.
Say what's on your mind. Don't be scared.
Nurturing. My context was my mom was like a homemaker. You know what I'm saying? Like there's a house, but then there's a home. You know what I'm saying? A woman makes a home. Like when you come you come into the house and you just know when there's a woman that lives there. The house look like something. It's pictures up on the wall of children. You know what I'm saying? It smell like something. Not saying it's a woman's job to cook, because I know that scenario isn't always how it looks, but a woman just makes a home. You know, a dude will sleep in the bed, and most dudes will like go months and be like, man, I don't know when's the last time I changed my sheets.
Yeah, that's you.
He is I and I am him, man. Don't shame my game. But
you do that? People change their sheets like once a week?
How often you do it? Oh, that's crazy. Yo, a woman makes a home. And for me, that's important. That's important. Yeah.
Yeah, Sarah says a big difference. Yes, we do.
Yes, y'all do.
That's very true.
Yes, y'all do.
What's that one song?
I don't know. Give me a clue or something.
It's a man's world.
Oh, yeah. It's a man's world, but it would be
nothing. Come on.
Without a woman or a girl. No, that's facts. James Brown was spitting. I don't know if he wrote that, but whoever did was on the song.
I guess it ain't no men up in here. But there's a question for you as the only man representing for the male species. It says, so Russ, do you or would you feel disrespected if your significant other pointed out where you're lacking?
No, and it depends on how it's done. If we have tons of opportunity to speak and talk and communicate, and I've never heard it, but all of a sudden when we're around friends and family, now all of a sudden you're filled with correction and pointing out my areas of, it's like, whoa. Okay. Dang.
How you really feel.
Yeah, wow, okay. And there's also the fashion in which it's done.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, me and Brandy had to talk about this earlier, right? Where I would mention something with the intention of just communicating need, but to her, it was received as almost like it had a parenting vibe. Mm-hmm. So to me, it was like, okay, I need to adjust my delivery. No man wants to feel like you're being mommied. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? What? You was here all day. You ain't did the dishes. You did it like, you know what I mean? Like, there's a way to communicate. You know what I mean? In respect. You know what I'm saying? So once again, I'm looking to grow. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Not everybody is though.
I haven't always been that way. Mm-hmm. But I think one of the ways I've grown from the failure of my first marriage, what I've learned coming out the wilderness, is I need growth. I need change. And Brandy and I in my relationship is almost like a mirror. You know what I mean? That makes me like look at myself a lot and be like, why'd you say that?
Same. So,
why'd you say it like that?
I think so I touched on this a very little bit at the end of the episode, and I don't know if it's like a full episode, but I feel like it would be really good. Is the way that we as women, especially Black women who have been running things in control of our families due to lack of a male figure for whatever reason, by choice, by force, whatever it is, but we've become the boss of our family. And when we have a male then come into our lives, or whatever the situation is, we can get a little disrespectful with our mouths. And for us, it just feels like sometimes I think, one, we speak out of frustration a lot because we do take on a lot as just women in general. This is not even a Black woman thing. As women in general, we take on a lot, whether we should or it's pushed on us. Like we tend to be the ones to pick up the slack wherever it is. Like, no, I got that. I'll do it. It's my, oh, it's okay. It's good. No, I don't need no help. But then when we're not receiving help that we intuitively think that we should, or if we see an area where our man is lacking, we can sometimes lash out with a very vicious tongue that does real damage to a man's ego.
Yeah.
And before, in previous relationships and when I was married, I did not realize how important recognizing, not stroking, but recognizing the male ego was. Like, I definitely had this thing like, it's not my job to make you feel like no man. It's not my job to praise you, or you know what I'm saying, like that. But in a sense, as your wife, it is. It's my job to make you feel like you can go out and do anything in this world. And it starts with how I talk to you in our home. Cause you can't, I mean, like, yes, you should feel that in your own sense. But I should not be demeaning you. I should not be talking down to you.
Part.
I should not be, like you said, mommying you.
Yeah.
Even if you are quote unquote lacking, or there's something that I see that I can improve you. Somebody in here said it's all about the delivery. The delivery makes a difference.
Can I add in on that?
Absolutely.
I want to get some context, because I do think when you with somebody, they should know who they are.
Yeah, 100%.
Now,
you should affirm
who
that.
they know they are should not conflict with how they're treated. You know what I'm saying?
Go ahead.
This is what I'm
thought.
saying.
Yeah.
Like, if in my mind, I'm a man, you've let me in your life as the man in your life, I should not step into our home and be made to feel less than that. I'm not saying, what I'm saying is you shouldn't have to bring somebody in your life and stroke their ego to make them believe there's something. They should know that already. I shouldn't step into a household and be made to feel like I'm less than that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't have to stroke ego, just don't break it down. Like,
we're saying the same.
We're saying the same thing, but you made a comment about I think you said support the ego, or I can't remember what it was, but idea of self, right? And ego gets a bad connotation because I don't think a lot of people really know what it is. Most of the time when people mean ego, they mean it in like a negative sense, right? Like, yo, he's got a big ego, he's egotistical, right? But ego is just what you believe about yourself. And everybody has to have a solid, solidified ego, healthy ego, where this is who I am. I'm solidified in that, and I know it. Now, the problem is when you're in a relationship
and that person is tearing that down inadvertently or on purpose.
Yes.
And I've seen it. I've been it. I don't know what it is about us melanated beauties, but
I don't think it's y'all.
I mean, I this is only what I've experienced. Like, I've been around. I have a lot of white friends. You've seen you be cheesing me.
I'm not racist.
No, I didn't say about racist. But you be like, I didn't think you would be having that many white friends. And I don't see them talk to their men the way that
it's because
talk to or about.
Because no other demographic has been strategically torn down like us.
Excuse for us to continue to tear them down.
But the truth, if we're being honest, like, let's deal in reality. Y'all have been failed by the black man. Yeah. Now, there's tons of reasons why, right?
Yes.
But the black man was under attack.
Mm-hmm. We got a bunch of comments.
I know, we're gonna get to y'all. Let's talk about this. We talk about something.
But that is about that.
We've been under attack. You know what I mean? And because of that, we are just now recovering. We're just now coming back to the table. We're just coming out the crack epidemic. How many of us grew up and we had an uncle, a grandpa, a father, or somebody who were torn down by the drug epidemic? You know what I mean? Those were fathers. Fathers. They weren't just some random man. These were fathers. How many of you had that cousin that was locked up? That was a father. You know what I mean? We're just now coming out of it. We're just now seeing black men who are proud to be fathers. Me and you were just joking. We was at Wingy Dian's the other day, eating chicken and fish, and we looked at this dad walking around in circles.
We was just visiting, y'all.
And and this boy was just on his dad's hip. Everywhere his dad turned, dad was on the phone, wasn't paying him no mind. But the boy was on his hip. And we was blessed, like, boy, just say hi to the son. But to see a young black father with a young black son at that age, it's telling of a revival of the black man. And now we're coming back to the table, but we got to deal with something. We have to address the failures, because it's like, okay, you here, but my mama did it by herself.
The table's already prepared. Like I said on the episode.
The table's already prepared.
How do we make room at the table now that we've been seated at? We've been dressed. We've been preparing. We've been feeding. We've been cleaning. And then building the table back up to something more than it was before. Yeah. And now here you are like, hey, make room for me. Yes, it's hard, but it's still not an excuse to tear them down.
Yeah, like there's people have no idea how much that stuff lives in our spirits and our genetics.
It does.
Right? Seeing, like, we ain't talking about that long ago. Like maybe 3 or 4 generations ago.
Yeah.
Our ancestors, like, had to watch their wife get raped. Yes. They had to watch their wife get raped. And what do you think that does for the woman seeing a man next to you who can't protect you?
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Or for a man who knows that I can't protect my wife, so now like it's passed on from generation to generation that whatever happens, it just happens to you, and you have no effect or no say in it, and then that trickles down into your home.
Absolutely.
Like the black man's voice has been stolen away from him. But what my comment was just saying is that as women, we can't contribute to that. It's hard. Listen, I am a number one offender. Like, but I'm just saying we can't continue to contribute to that.
I'm with you.
Now we recognize it. And now we are the generation first time, like, right, where we can do stuff differently. We are still being held back and, we still marginalized in some areas, but we have more opportunity than any other generation before us. And starting that correction in the world starts right in our homes. How we talk to our sons, how women, how we talk to our daughters, how we need to stop competing with our daughters, how we prepare our men to be husbands and to be men out in the real world. Like all of that starts at home, and the nurturing aspect of that. And like dads are, I will never discount a dad. Like that was something that I always wanted growing up, looking and seeing bond fathers and being like, yo, I wish I had that. But like, it's something about the support of your mom, right? Yeah. That just does something for you, boy or girl. And if your mom has, I'm saying it again, your mom has a vicious tongue, or you know what I'm saying? You're used to that.
All black mamas got a vicious tongue.
Come on. But it's damaging. Yeah. Right. And I think in some aspects, if there was a man in the home willing to step up and willing to support in some other areas where we don't parent now out of frustration, when we don't nurture now out of just downright tired, but you still need a hug. And I'm like, okay, here, dang, go.
I'm like, my position is like,
comments.
We gonna get to it. Let me just say this. My position is this, right? In 2022, there is a plethora of lifestyles for you to choose from, right? If you want to be with a soft dude, like if you still want to be with someone, like if you want to wear the pants and you want to like, you don't want to have to like move around in a way that leaves room for a man to be in your life. There's so many lifestyles for you to choose from. You can be in a polyamorous relationship. You can have a couple men. You could, there's like lesbianism. You could be with a woman. but I'm saying, if you say, I want to be with a man and I want to be with a real man, all them characteristics we were just talking about, I want to be supportive. I want him to lead the family and cast vision and all these things that we were just talking about. You got to assess and be like, is there room for that? And am I willing to relinquish that type of stuff? Because my great grandfather left his family. The very first Russell, I'm Russell the fourth. So Russell won. He dipped out. The originator. But my grandfather, my dad, and me, 3 generations, I saw stand-up black men. That's my context. That's all I've seen. So when I come into a scenario, I'm just trying to play the role that I've seen in front of me my whole life. And I'm not willing to I'm not going to bid on that. So my thing is like, okay, is there room for me or not? Like, do you want a man, or like, you know what I'm saying? That's my position. So I don't know, that's not a solution or an answer, but I do think you got to evaluate, okay, like we say we want stuff, but is there room for what you want?
Yeah.
All right, my bad.
Lord.
Comments.
He just was running his mouth, y'all.
It's a good subject.
Sarah says some people are so complacent in where they are in life, leaving no room for growth. There's a bunch of affirmations, so I'm guessing we was talking real good. Michelle says right here, what you said, just I'm looking to grow. That's difficult for some people. I love that you acknowledge that. That was to you.
Oh, I went back too far. I'm on Yes, change sheets weekly. Y'all change your sheets every week. Round of applause for y'all. That's amazing. Every week.
Sarah, I see your comment. I'm gonna come back to that after I read the other ones. So true, absolutely. That part, yes. Lamar says he's here. Team Russ. You just jump in room for the man. You don't even know what we talking about.
Just come in, join up, G.
Come on, it's true. Yes, I said recognize their ego. Thank you, Candace.
How do you do that?
Huh?
What does that mean?
I think you acknowledge that it's a factor, right?
But so isn't everybody's? Yes.
I'm going to be honest.
This is what I'm saying.
I'm going to be honest. Male ego is different than a female ego.
Because the black male ego is the only one that's challenged to this degree.
Okay, but when we say recognize that, I think it's in everything that you do. That this is so for me, right? In my past marriage, I took on that role. Like, I did everything around the house. And whether it was he let me or he didn't fight for it or whatever it was, I took all that on, paying the bills, taking care of the kids, taking care of the house. You know what I'm saying? All he had to do was work and come home. That's it. You know what I'm saying? I did everything else. But because I did everything else, I made it known that I did everything else. You know what I'm saying? It was a dynamic that played out. And I think that I broke him down.
So wait, in a scenario where someone is just working and coming home, the expectation is to massage his ego.
You're not listening. No, you're not.
I'm trying to understand.
You're not listening. So what I'm saying is, it wasn't even a discussion. It was something that I just did. Like, I just took it on. And again, he maybe not have chosen to assert himself, or maybe just said, you know what, I ain't fighting for this. If she gonna do everything, then I'm gonna just let her do it. But I was beating him down for something that I didn't even make room for him to do. So then the way that I started to talk to him, I can guarantee you that, and I don't want to speak for him, but that he couldn't have felt like a man in our relationship. The fact that there was certain things, like you said in the episode, that a man just should do, that I just was like, there was no room for him to do, because I had already been doing it for so long. Like, when he came in, it was just like, oh, okay, you here. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't make room for him. And then at that same time, I was like, well, I guess I'm going to just do this, this, and this. You know what I'm saying? I just beat him down so much. I just talked to him so viciously that, like, I'm just saying that there is a part where you still have to be respectful. Yeah. Whether or not the person is doing everything that you think that they should be doing or whatever, you still have to be respectful. And when you're not respectful, you tear down their ego. I'm with that.
I'm speaking to.
I'm not talking about, oh baby, you're so great.
That
you look so muscular in your outfit today. I'm not talking about that.
But there's some people that do like.
But that wasn't. I'm just saying that.
I'm not saying that's not what you're. I'm not. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I'm not trying to go back and forth with you. I'm trying to speak to a bigger scenario, right? Where they treat men like they gotta kiss their behinds and worship the ground they walking for them to feel good about themselves. Like, the term fragile male ego is insulting to me. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, you don't have to like do the most for a man to feel like a man. And I don't like that scenario. And I don't think that's what you were saying.
No.
But I know that that's a dynamic that exists, because that's a whole term we hear. I've never heard anything about a fragile woman ego.
Yeah.
I've never heard that term. You know what I mean? But in terms of black men, right? Like, all I was saying is, we're saying the same thing, is that it's important that there's respect there. And it's harder to do that with all these other dynamics that exist. You know what I mean?
Oh, I'm sorry. I was reading the comments. I know what you mean.
You're not? Okay. All right.
I'm sorry.
Take it away.
Somebody asked me a question, so I was trying to get that. So Lamar says, true, but some males have no concept of who they are, or they were in a relationship where they were torn down and seek refuge in a woman before dealing with trauma.
Who said that?
Lamar Robinson.
You a deep, enlightened cat, and that's why I dig you. Why you take so long to get on the live? I was out here swimming by myself.
That is, it's true. I don't even have a rebuttal. It's so true. So Lamar says the black family as a whole has been under attack. So very true. Talk Dirty to Me Keto from YouTube says, so Brandy, I have a question. In the episode a few weeks back, you said society didn't put pressure on a woman to maintain a certain role, but you're saying this. Has your perspective been changed? So no, my perspective has not been changed in the fact that I think that was from, I'm not sure. My memory gets a little fuzzy when it comes to these episodes, but I believe that was a season 1 discussion. And what I was saying there is Russell was saying that like the role of a woman in the household was societal driven. And I was saying that where we're at now, I don't believe that. I do believe that women take on a lot of responsibility in the household. I think that is in our nature to do that. I do not think that is a societal expectation, especially in the day where a woman is working and making it on her own. So what I was saying was I don't agree necessarily that the same standards that were set for women back in the 50s, apply to us now. However, in our mindset, I don't think we've changed in that way. So we are working outside of the home now. We are running businesses. We are running Fortune 500 companies. We are entrepreneurs, but we still have that same mindset that we should be doing X, Y, and Z inside of the house. And so we take on too much. Then we become frustrated and we feel like we're not getting help and all these other things that come from that, when in a sense we put more on our shoulders than we should. But I stand by my point that I don't think that's a societal thing. And I hope that explains that. Those were two kind of different conversations that I'm trying to merge together. So I hope that makes sense. Are you going to read, or are you way back?
Candace said, that's why I believe what Brandy said was so important, to recognize your ego, not stroke it, but recognize it in the fact that the world has torn you down from the minute you walked out the door to go to work. You got to worry about driving while black, then get to work to be inferior to your white counterparts, and then so many other places in between, then to come home and be torn down. So we have to lift you up and be an encouragement to you and be a safe place for you. Period. You know what? That's what I needed. Like, what does it mean to recognize? I just didn't understand that
really
phrasing.
Good. That's really good.
100%.
And Megan says, water their character. I like the way that
y'all some poets on here.
I like the way you put that.
Plant
Season
me.
that real nice.
Water me.
Got to eat some humble pie. Michelle says, I wish y'all could have been my marriage counselors. Laughing, but very serious. But then again, both parties have to see the value and understand that a marriage just doesn't happen. There is work involved, and it begins with knowing what each of you need from each other. Yeah. Unfortunately, so thank you for the compliment, but we are marriage counselors. We are not.
Not
yet. But again, I don't recommend divorce. I've said this before, but it teaches you a lot, right? Like, it gives you the opportunity that not a lot of married people have, is to like be in a situation, know your hopes, your dreams, your aspirations for that situation, watch the deterioration, and then deal with how you contributed, how you could have done better, and give a retrospective look over a whole relationship versus just where you are in the moment. One thing that I learned from being divorced is that I need to know what it means for me to be your wife before I agree to do that.
Yeah, we were talking about that with our marriage ceremony, right? Like, we were talking about like, hey, we want to write our own vows, or like, should we include some? I was like, well, we need to, like, we could say some cute stuff, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'll put some words together. Like,
but you need to say what you.
But let's say what we're vowing to do. Like, let's
Yeah.
take it serious. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
what is it that you're vowing to bring to my life, you know,
Yeah.
before God? Yeah. Hey, Lamar is spitting, and I don't know what's got into him today. I don't know if this subject is just like near dear to his heart, but I got to read this comment. He said the plan has always been to make the man weak or absent, so the woman becomes dependent/independent of the government. Do we actually know each other? Are we willing to take the time to know one another and not just jump into bed, have children, and try to figure it out later? That part, and that's what we've been doing. Hey, I hold you. It's a lot of us.
Listen, he just described my whole first marriage.
All right, you calm down. You calm down. Put yourself out here like this.
I'm just saying,
in this
we gotta
manner.
be honest.
In
We
this
have to
manner.
be honest. I know that I did not go through what I went through just to sit here and sit on it. And I have to be honest. Like, I didn't know what I was doing. And a lot of us are in that position where we know we feel the need as humans to have an attachment and
Yeah.
to be in relation with one another.
Yeah.
And we do it haphazardly. We do it without knowing what role we play and what we need from our person. And like he said, then we're in this relationship, we're in this situation for however long. You not getting what you need, I'm not getting what I need, but we feel stuck with each other and we don't know what to do. But had we had 1, 2, or 3 conversations before we did all that, we could have saved each other a lot of heartache, a lot of headaches, and
Absolutely.
all of that money.
That part. Lamar, aka J. the B, sir. I love this energy you bring in today. And I know these are two
And look,
completely
Kita's
different
talking about
subjects.
that's my man. She's recognizing his ego in this moment.
We don't need all
That
that.
type of stuff.
We don't need that. When you say it
Support
like
your
that.
baby.
Yo, I know these are two different subjects, but I'm not over this, and I'm gonna keep going back to it. Your mama says she changed her sheets every 3 days.
Oh yeah, that's why I be getting on her old ones.
She said everything.
The bed
See,
skirt
Michelle
and
said,
all.
"Oh wow, that's a lot. You must sweat like crazy." She said, "Yes, menopause. Just you wait."
No, but she was doing that before. The comforter that's on my bed right now came from my mama's house. She not only changes them, but then she gets rid of them. Like the way I do socks is
Yeah.
the way she. That's still good. Give me that. I go put that on my bed.
Yeah, that's crazy. Michelle said, and a husband needs to understand and recognize this process.
Yeah, I mean it's both. Everybody does. Everybody in it.
Facts.
It's not a marriage is never a solo mission. Like it can't be one person doing everything. Like in every single aspect, every decision you make, you have to at least consider how that will affect the other person. Like we're not even married yet. I can't think of not one thing that I do without like, sometimes I eat when I just want to eat something and enjoy it while you at work. Like sometimes I sneak off to Wiggity Ends. But I do consider how it would make you feel. So I tried to hide the evidence. I was trying to say that. I was trying to think of a scenario where like I'm making a decision where I don't consider how you feel.
You deciding to eat while I'm at work is okay with me.
But I still decide
But
how
you
you feel
still
because I
thought
be
about it.
hiding the stuff. Like I don't want him to know I had something while
Yo,
he
you
was
ain't
at work.
Wiggity Yams without me? Yeah, you be on me.
But so yeah, I was just saying to her point, she was saying the man has to recognize like everybody has to do their part in a relationship.
Yeah.
And one thing that we both recognize is that in our relationships, when they fell apart, we did a lot of this. He did this, she did this, he did that. And neither one of us were taking the time to recognize how we contributed to the failure of that thing.
Yeah.
Like, I understand your significant other may have lacked, but I would take a chance that there were some areas that you lacked too.
And I want to say this, not always, but a lot of times when you doing your best, playing your part the best way you know how, it pushes your partner to do their best as well, right? So like in those scenarios, because I know her temperament, I know her origin, I know where she come from. I know this
What he
woman
say,
since
you know my mama.
1997. Since 1997, I know her temperament. So in those moments, right, where I might say something where I know she might have some feedback, because she always does.
Always.
But in the moments where she's just like, okay, let's do it. Let's try it. it makes me want to play my part more. It makes me take my role more serious. You know what I'm saying? In those moments where she references me as a man, it makes me want to do more. Now when she go out into the world and do something and I look at the dishes in the sink, I'm like, you know what? Let me try to get this done before she get back. Y'all, I'm sorry. I know this is ghetto. I just picked up this toilet paper roll in the middle of our live session. Y'all family, but I do want to explain. A little under the weather, so this is going to happen. But I appreciate your patience. Okay? Love you. Take it away, babe.
All right. So anyways, she says, Danielle says, are y'all going to go live when y'all do your vows? So we are not going to be live when we get married. Well, hold on. We're not going to be live when we get married. We are having a videographer there, so we are going to put together a package. But it's one of the reasons why we decided to have a very small wedding. We share a lot with y'all, and that's just a moment that, you know, we don't want to worry about camera placement and can y'all hear us and all of that. But we do want to share it with y'all. So we will have a videographer there, but we are not going live.
We're considering doing some other stuff though, so
yes,
put a pin in it. We're not sure yet, but there might be some exclusive married folk content.
Well, hold on, that sounds like OnlyFans stuff.
Might be.
No, it won't be. It won't be. Appreciate your honesty, Brandy. Thank you so much. I mean that wholeheartedly. I don't think any of us go through what we go through just to sit on it and not share it. Like Bible says that they overcome by the power of our testimony. So I'm going to tell it and I'm going to be real honest with it. What they never told us, the name of the podcast, and for real, comes out all the time. Accountability is important as well. My mom says, ooh, wee, Brandy, and you talk about me when I do that to Sylvester. But I think that I recognize that, right? It's not something that I want to continue to do or to repeat. So, yeah, I be pointing it out so you can do better.
Hey, hold on. What? We just did that deep dive on Michelle's comment, and she was just talking about the menopause.
What she said? What?
When we were like, and the man needs to understand that process too. When we were like, when you're doing your best, and the man, she was just talking about the.
Love you.
Yo, that's hilarious. Juanika said accountability is important as well. 100%.
I just read that, but yes.
Yes, Brandy, it makes you reflect on your faults and actions, but also makes you understand what you will. I done lost my place.
And won't accept. Gotta stop ignoring the pink flags and address them in the beginning. It'll prevent them from turning into red flags, and you'll realize maybe this isn't for you. So true. So true. And I think, like, if anything, we're a testament to the fact that if you really want to get to know a person and get to know all about them, it don't take that long. Like, I think we make it a long, drawn-out process, like, oh, we have to be with them 2 years to get to know them. Nah, like, if you ask the right questions, you can really get to know the heart of somebody real quick.
I don't know. We did a lot of talking. I don't think everybody going to do that.
They should.
It's a lot of talking. We talk about months upon months.
Yeah, but you're talking about the rest of your life.
We put in clock. Yeah, we got a long time to get to know each other.
No. But I'm saying you're willing to, like, if you making vows and a covenant before God with somebody to be with them for the rest of your life, like, I need to find out all the stuff because the rest of my life is a long time. I plan on living pretty long.
Yeah, I was just playing.
I don't want to be 10 years and be like, oh, I didn't ask that question. Now look at you. Every party has to be accountable for their part. Even if you don't think you did anything wrong, you can still examine yourself, and it's actually a great opportunity to do so. So true. She said, oh, okay, I'm sorry. It's gonna be good still. Preach. I'm talking about the hiding, the eating. Oh yeah. I mean, sometimes I don't always hide my eating from him, but you just be like, nah, I'm not getting him no food.
Told on yourself.
Talk, then talk some more. Yeah, you can never do enough talking. I'm learning that men like Russell are an anomaly. Especially after the we posted the, what's it called? The engagement. there were so many women like, my man don't talk to me like this. We don't talk about feelings. Like, how come he don't say this?
I was out here getting death threats.
Russell was getting a lot of
man,
flack.
what you doing all that for, man? Calm down. All that ain't necessary.
And I know
making it hard out here
for men that, you know, so maybe talking isn't the easiest thing, talking about your feelings and identifying emotions. I'm actually one of those people. Russell says that I'm the dude in this relationship in that aspect. But I cannot even downplay how beneficial it has been. Like, just being able to open up and to express myself and be like, yo, like, I don't like that. Well, why don't you like that? Just saying it don't make sense or just because I don't, it ain't enough when I'm trying to assess if I want to spend the rest of my life with you. Like, you need that from me, and I need to be able to provide that for you.
Yeah, 100%. And I think affirmation is something that it's an emotional need that we all have. It's not at everybody's like highest priority or like it's not everybody's love language, but on a base level, like do the homework. Everybody needs affirmation on some level. So I just challenge everybody, not just men, but everybody, like learn how to express what you feel. Like there's so much that we do as like a trauma response to being hurt and we don't even realize it. There's things that we feel, but we don't even want to say. I remember early in our relationship where, you know, like she was playing around, but then, you know, when you play around, there's a little truth to it. She'd be like, I don't tell you how I feel because then you're going to have the upper hand. Upper hand in what? What is this? Monopoly? What are we playing? Checkers? Like,
I wasn't playing.
The upper hand? What do you mean?
Yeah, I wasn't playing. I didn't say you was going to have control.
You're going to have the control. In what? What is this? What do you think I'm going to do with your love? Like, what do you think I'm going to do with your love? Oh, I should have told you that. How I feel about you. Now you got control.
Now you feel like you got control. Like, nah, that was for real.
You?
That was for real. Like, it was like, I can't make him think that, you know what I'm saying, I love him more than he loved me. Like, nah.
It's a trauma response. It's like, all that ain't necessary. Like you have to be able to express yourself. And security comes from clarity. You know what I mean? Like when I'm clear on who I am to you and you're clear on what you are to me, now when you're going and out having a girls' night, I'm not sitting here like, ooh, what's going on? I'm clear.
Look, Candace said it real good. My mom said, Jay Sean Richmond, where you at, son? Yeah, tell him. He probably sitting next to Aaron. Candace says, I feel it. Then you can take advantage of our love. Nah, yeah, that's what I see how it is a trauma response.
You whole sure, married. What do you?
For sure. But like, I can see that clearly now. But right. It's a real thing. Like
trauma response.
When you've been failed, like it's hard to make somebody like, no, I did this before and I know what happened. So like, I'm gonna tell you, but I need you to know that you don't got no control. Like
the biggest trap. Most of the things that we do not to get hurt again are the things that make us continue to get hurt again.
100%.
Right? Yeah. You can't base love practices on failed love practices.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like this relationship failed, and because of that, I'm gonna do this. You know what I mean?
I think I knew this was real the moment I was like, yo, I'm willing to just be all in and risk getting hurt.
Yeah, I remember that moment. I kept chipping away at that wall.
You did.
I was chipping like a mug.
Here go a little piece. I keep going. It's in there somewhere.
I had a plan. Pull up every day. Hey, I got you some gummy worms. I got you the gummy bears you like, sour ones. Boom. Chip, 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 chip. Hey, I love you. Chip, 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 chip. Nah. But like, honestly, none of what we share would be what it was if it wasn't for intimacy.
Yeah.
Right?
100%.
And that's not sex. That's not touch. That's closeness.
Mm-hmm.
And you can't be close to somebody when there's a wall between you.
Or when y'all don't talk.
That part. That part. Like, it's good to be in each other's presence, but like, yeah, I'm beating a dead horse. But clarity, communication, all of that is so key. And it's going to make everything else more bomb. Yeah. Come on, honeymoon. When is that?
Hate everything about it. So yeah, we're gonna move along. Hey, Jay. Hey, Kay.
What up, dude?
Kendra says, I've been there, though. Russell, I've been trying to tell her since 1997. Okay.
She ain't want to listen.
Listen, I told y'all before. What episodes we talk about when your mama tell you don't mess with the boy. You always want to mess with the boy. But it's also when your mama tell you to mess with the boy, that make you not want to mess with the boy.
It's foolish.
Like, why you like him so much? All right. He ain't my type. Whole time.
All right. Moving on. Michelle said, I want to spend the rest of my life happy, even if that means I'm by myself. Support that. I don't think I've ever been alone long enough to know who I am now. At 55, I've been 3 relationships since 2000, and now I'm enjoying who I am. Then I'll be ready when the right one comes along. Sorry for the long post. No, don't you apologize for that. That is it. That is
Period.
it. That is it, 100%. And you know what though? I'm thankful that you wrote that, because it's so many people who impose like a thought on a time frame and they rob themselves of life, right? Who say, okay, I'm this age and you know what? It's over for me. My grandma got married in her 80s. and like I saw her happy. You know what I'm saying? Like I saw her happy. And you having the forethought to say, you know what? Before I give myself to somebody else again, I'm going to learn me. And the more you master you master everything that comes to you. So I just want to encourage you, right? In a season of your life, lean into it. Be comfortable by yourself. You know what I mean? I didn't have that before. First apartment I had by myself was after I got divorced. First apartment I ever had by myself. And it was uncomfortable. You know what I mean? But I learned how to be alone. I learned how to be in solitude. I learned my weaknesses. I had time to reflect. I had no distractions. I had to sit back and look back and say, what did you do wrong? All right, what did you do right? You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And some of it almost drove me crazy and I made some mistakes and you know what I mean? But ultimately, I think I'm reaping the benefits from just taking some time to be like, yo, this is who you are. I learned me.
So where she is exactly where I was. And I was like, look, God, if you gonna do it, if it's gonna happen, you gonna do it. I'm taking me out of it completely. I'm taking the time to really love Brandy for all that she is and all that she ain't. Like, I spent enough time trying to pretend to be something or turn myself into something to make sure that somebody liked me, that at that point, I was like, I done did all this twisting and turning to myself, going out my way, trying to make somebody else happy. Yeah. And here I am, I'm still divorced. Like, how do you end up like that after all of that? It's because I was broken and I was trying to find the other pieces of me in somebody else. I knew I was ready for a relationship the moment I was like, yo, I'm good on you. Because before I'd be like, oh, you like me? Okay, I like you too.
I guess.
Okay.
Let's give it a go.
You like kids. All right.
Got a couple.
But I was okay just being by myself. I realized that there's no piece of a man that fits the broken pieces of me. It's not the right puzzle. He never gonna be able to fix me. I had to fix me. So then when the right man did come along, I could present myself to him wholly. Like, this is who I am. This is who I'm not. I'm giving you the choice to come in and to love me, but I'm not going to change who I am.
Yeah.
And in that, what it did is it gave me an opportunity being with someone who had also discovered himself, it gave me an opportunity to shine a light back on myself to be like, okay, here's some areas where you can improve. He's not asking you to change. Like, he wants you to be better than what the current version of you is. When every other man wanted me to change to fit what they needed. I was like, all right.
Wow.
He good.
That's deep. That's deep.
He good.
I want to play a game real quick.
A game?
A game.
Oh, Lord. Can we read some comments? Because it's something. I feel like a game.
A game. Let's play a game. So look, here's what I want you to do. I want you to think of attributes or scenarios in a relationship. And those of you guys who are online, I want you to get ready. I want you to have your thumbs up emoji or your thumbs down emoji. If this is an acceptable scenario for you, if it's something you can deal with, it's something you're okay with, I want you to put a thumbs up. If it's something you can't, I want you to put thumbs down. Okay. I'm going to go first. Stay at home dad. Could you do that? Thumbs up, thumbs down. Drop it in the chat.
All right. So while they're doing that, Juanica sent a very sweet message to Michelle. Hey, Ashley. Ashley joined us. It's imperative to learn you, girl, all of that. Brandy, that's a baseball cap. What does that mean? You just trying to say I was capping? What that mean? You gotta explain that to me. My mom says some people are afraid to be alone. I think it's important to get to know yourself, spend time with yourself. You will never be able to make someone happy unless you're happy with yourself. Facts. Yes. Like, who's going to print that? Oh, on a hoodie, y'all. Oh, okay. I get it. Ain't no man can be enough to make up any broken pieces of you. Yeah. I'm a find something to put that on. That might be in my next little project that I'm working on.
So the lady said they good with the stay-at-home dad, and me and Lamar is the only dudes in the room. It's like, heck no. No way in the world.
I would not be okay with a stay-at-home husband, but I also would not be okay being a stay-at-home mom.
I feel you. So you want us both in the world working?
Yes. I mean, you don't got to be in the world working. Work for yourself.
You better work.
Long as there's work attached to it.
Man, yeah, no, I gotta work. I don't think I would feel right.
We can raise these kids
I
together.
wouldn't feel right. I know I wouldn't feel right. Seeing you get up and go to work, and I'm just
in the bed still.
Even if I was up getting it, like hitting the dishes, doing stuff, I'd be like, yeah, I think it would mess me up. Yeah,
how's work, babe?
Can't do it. Now, you was reading comments. You didn't even think of a scenario. See,
I didn't know you were asking me through too.
I literally just said, "Hey, you think of a scenario. Let's play a game." I went through the whole thing.
My live ended on TikTok for whatever reason. I don't know why. So you need me to? I can't do this on a drop of a dime.
You could if you thought about it. It wasn't on a drop of a dime. I even went first.
Baby,
I even went first.
To plan these types of things.
I didn't plan it. I'm freestyling too.
Yeah, okay. Well, you can continue to come up with the scenarios. I don't know. I'm trying to keep engagement with the people. I don't want people comments to be left out there. I thought I was playing the game too. Thumbs down. There. Yeah, it's okay to be impromptu, but
yeah,
this was too much.
All right, so thumbs down. I told you. One of the thumbs I can't desist. Oh, so you answer for both her and you. Thumbs down.
I don't want to stay at home dad because I'm too old for a man with kids.
Okay. So stay at home wife. Who is okay with a stay at home wife scenario?
What's a lot of women on here? So then being a stay at home wife?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. I just didn't know if you were just
think of scenarios.
I didn't know if you were just asking Lamar.
You think of the scenario, so I don't have to keep coming up with stuff. You go into your mind and think of something. I want to know. Drop a thumbs up in the chat if a stay-at-home wife is cool with you. I'm going to say yeah.
That's so sexist.
What?
How are you not okay with
I'm
being
not
a
saying that she has
dad,
to be.
But you're okay.
I'm talking about my personal preference. If you told me you don't want to, I'm not going to be like, well, this is what I want because you're a woman. That's sexist. I'm saying I would be okay. I'm saying what I wouldn't want to do.
Okay.
Why does what I want have to be what she wants to do? I'm just saying what I'm okay with. Have you thought of anything?
So what if I was okay with you being a stay-at-home dad? What if I wanted you to be a stay-at-home dad?
I mean, I'd politely tell you got me messed up, but I wouldn't be.
But if I told you,
I wouldn't feel no. I would not
mom,
feel
like,
no
okay.
type of way that you were okay with that. A lot of women say they're okay with that. I don't feel no type of ways about that.
Bro.
Thumbs up, but I would have a side business. Ashley. Both of these are mine. No. I tried it. It's a no for me. My thumbs up would be only if the dad was doing school or something like that.
That's a good point.
If I'm allowed to work from home because I'm too much of a hustler, Michelle Davis, thumbs down. I love my job. like work for myself.
Yeah, like if he like ran websites or I don't know, made T-shirts or whatever you can do from home, like is that still considered a stay-at-home dad?
Huh? Move the scenario. And have you thought of one?
I don't know.
I'm about to pass it to you, and I swear if you
What
keep,
you gonna do?
huh?
What
You
gonna
keep
do?
commenting on my answer,
Exactly.
and you ain't came up with nothing.
What's the TikTok?
I'm gonna fire you. I'm about to fire you.
What you gonna do?
You
Skit.
gonna be fired. You gonna turn on this podcast and be like, what's up, y'all? It's me, Russell.
And then they're gonna be like, "Where's Brandy?"
She's fired. She's out of here for her lack of adaptability. Thumbs up, but I couldn't do it.
My phone died. Thumbs down. Stay-at-home wife with several side hustles. Need my own money. Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Fellas.
Nope, my turn. A
Oh, you thought of
spouse
one.
that travels 3 weeks out of the month. Mm-hmm. Would you do that?
The levels of petty
I'm
that
asking a
exist
question.
in you is beyond
I'm
me.
asking a question.
You know, I'm gonna let y'all
No,
live.
no.
So I gotta
stop
no,
commenting on my scenarios.
I got a job offer, okay, that requires travel 3 weeks out of the month. I'm not even sure if I'm gonna take it. Clearly she doesn't want me to. But look how petty she is. Look how petty she is.
Thumbs down.
Let me tell you, it pays $20,000 more than what I make now. $20,000 more than what I make now.
It's not worth it.
It's a $20,000 raise. Thumbs up. It's a no for me. Damn, what a loyalty at.
My mom says, thumbs up, I'm the right one. The only way I'm getting through with it is because I babysit a few hours a day and I'm here if the grands are sick and need to be picked up. Shanika says, heck no. Des Logan says, it's a no for me. What up, Des?
What up, Des?
Samaria says, yes, she could do it. Trina says, no, I miss my husband too much. Juanika says, no. Lamar said he could deal with Candace. You could deal with Candace. Gone 3 weeks out of the month.
Lamar said, I'm out. Suck it up,
No,
buttercup.
that ain't what I'm asking. Depends on the situation. Lamar says, I'm out. Suck it up better. Oh, that's what you was reading. And Candace said, enjoy, love. No,
Candace
she said, enjoy.
Look at Lil asked me. She said, cat.
Oh, that ain't on here. I don't know. I can't foresee that going the other way around. Like if I had a job offer where I was gone 3 weeks out of the month and you were here to do everything, I don't think you would be okay with that either. I ain't gonna speak for you, but I'm just saying. The Facebook page is What They Never Told Us podcast. I just got back in, but I missed the question. Okay, the question was, would you be okay with your spouse traveling for work 3 weeks out of the month?
Thumbs up or thumbs down?
Thumbs up or thumbs down. Michelle says, depends on the job and benefits, and do I get to come sometimes? That's a good point.
Hold on, Shay. Well, we got some comments in here.
I didn't see
Shay,
it.
Russ, you might be too much for the men, like you mentioned before about comments. Every man isn't willing to do what you're willing or capable of doing.
It's true.
Okay, I just got back in, but I missed it. Okay, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Depends on the job and benefits, and I do get to come sometime.
Do I get to come sometime?
Yeah.
My mom says, thumb down. That's a long time, especially since you have young kids and a new marriage.
That's true.
Danielle says, down here in the South, guys be gone 3 weeks and home 2 weeks. They work on a boat and they make a lot of money. Kendra says, I was gone 4 days from my job once. He was about to drive 4 hours. I really think that it doesn't go both ways. I don't know. You still didn't answer the question, but
Who, me?
Yeah.
Oh, if it was reversed?
Yeah.
No.
Ashley says,
Yo, wait.
thumbs up.
Yeah, that little.
No.
Mhm.
Go ahead, your turn.
All right. Sex once a month.
Everybody's gonna say thumbs down.
Some people. Now, I've met people who say that is like perfect number for them.
Once a month?
Once a month. Let's do. How many weeks? There's 4 weeks in a month. I'm gonna change the scenario.
Look at me. Can't happen. Look.
Hey, look. You better drop the computer.
My toes down.
You don't gotta. Right.
No.
You calm down. You calm down.
Hold on. Without me, but with me. Is that the sex or the
travel? I think that was the travel.
Oh, okay.
Boo. Throwing tomatoes. All these thumbs down.
Yeah, ain't nobody going for that. Yeah. Nah.
What's
go ahead. My bad.
No, go for it.
I think we were gonna ask the same question.
Go for it.
Maybe. What's the number? Like how many?
That's what I know.
What's acceptable range for y'all?
I'm telling you.
Like, is it?
Because she's talking about.
Wait a minute. Is it once a week? Is it a couple times a week? A couple times a day? A few times a month? Like, what's the sweet spot for your relationship?
Brandy talking about 3 times a day.
I said on the honeymoon.
I'm about to say who got that much time in the world?
On the honeymoon.
So when we get off the honeymoon, what's your like daily?
I need to average once a day.
Okay. All right.
That's an average. Now, I don't want to have sex once a day, every day.
Okay.
But if we was averaging,
is your son on YouTube?
No, he not.
Who's Mikey Edits?
Who? Oh, that isn't. Is he coming? Where is he? I didn't see nothing. Where? Let me see. You put it in my throat.
I'm panicking.
Why? I don't see the comments on
Last
YouTube.
time he commented was at 9:24.
What he said?
Best podcast I watched till it was live, Mom.
Aww.
I hope he's off.
Aw, hey, Bray.
To last a lifetime. Okay, 2 times a day.
Everybody said thumbs down on that question. Oh, but except for Michelle, she said thumbs up. two times a day? Okay.
I'll say you missed my thumbs. She said thumbs up.
Yeah, she said thumbs up. She said she would be okay with once a
month.
She's the only person though.
These the folk that got some seasoning on their marriage. See, like this is a true testament of around that age range what's it gonna look like.
Yeah.
Never know. You don't know.
Mm-hmm. 2 times a day, 3 to 4 times.
Get out here,
week.
young man.
What was your thumbs, man? Did I miss your thumbs? I don't see your thumbs, man. Oh, she said thumb. Oh, my mom said she could. Thumbs up.
That's what I said.
Oh, I thought you were just talking about Michelle.
2 times a day, 3 to 4 times a week,
5 times weekly.
Lamar said, "Get out here, young man."
The people who are saying 2 times a day, Lamar and Sierra, are y'all talking about an average? You got to be talking about an average, right? You can't be having sex 14 times a week.
Ash, what's your thumbs down for? What is the thumbs down for? What question is that? Is that
I think
once a day?
She doesn't know, once a month.
Oh, okay.
She says, realistically, sex can be hard with my life. Mrs. and my husband have gone, me and my husband have gone weeks without it. Yeah, that's why I said an average. Like, I think if you go weeks without it, weeks is a long time. But if you go, days without it, but it depends. I do agree that it depends on how long you've been married. Like, sometimes it's just not realistic
for sure
to have sex once a day. Like, and okay, we'll save that for the sex episode. But there are other things that you can do besides having sex. Like, I just need to have some type of physical intimacy.
Okay.
Like averaging once a day. So it doesn't always have to be like.
You don't have to sales pitch this to me.
I'm not, but I'm with it. Shut up.
I'm the smoke.
Clarifying. I'm clarifying for myself.
Okay. I'm with all the smoke.
Candace ain't saying that. She said, y'all stressing me out.
14 times a week. Okay, sir. No cap, unlimited, as long as both is willing to go the distance. This guy. Sierra said minimum a day. 2 times.
Wow.
Sheesh. All right.
She young.
Works out.
she got a lot of stamina.
Y'all are stupid. This is a good warm up. The sex episode is on the way. Sex episode part 2, excuse me.
Sex episode part 2.
Yeah, the first one was kind of more so about it was like a Teen Summit episode for about the dangers of sex. So this one's gonna be
Lord.
So this was gonna be more about, the pleasures and the joys and what it looks like in a healthy
Yeah, how do we block that from YouTube? Both of our children are on heavily watch our podcast on
We have
YouTube.
to make that a Patreon joint.
Y'all might have to pay for the sex episode part 2.
We're gonna do that one on the honeymoon.
Cause
I don't know. I can have my son in there like, Dad, can I talk to you?
That comment made me uncomfortable.
talk dirty keto to me says, when do these people work? Yeah, I mean, honestly, it has to be like soon as you wake up and before you go to bed. Because I be moving and shaking throughout the day. But I will make time for that. Like, I'm a sneak away on a lunch break. I like that.
Okay.
Yeah, this is all sex episode stuff. So I'm going to
Yeah, but save it. You giving it up before the episode. All right. Shay said, oh, no, that was Kay. He said, no cap, unlimited, as long as both is willing to go the distance. Shay said, but the anticipation is real. Candace, I definitely need intimacy daily, but I don't know about all that. Lamar Hush, don't be telling our business. Exactly.
Bray says, I'm still here.
All right, y'all.
Buddy, go to bed.
Why are you got school in the morning? What is happening?
I love you, buddy. Go to bed. Get it said, win. Okay, now intimacy is different than sex. That's something I want more than once a month. Yeah, that's important. That's a daily thing. What are you doing?
I was reading Michelle's comment.
Oh, okay.
What you think I was doing?
I don't know. You just were silent.
Oh, no, I was reading it. I was trying to understand intimacy is different than sex. And that's something I want more than once a month. So, I'm curious, what is intimacy to you? What is intimacy to you?
To like people, or you're asking Michelle specifically?
Michelle specifically. Like, when you say you need intimacy outside of sex, what does that look like?
Quality time, date night.
Okay.
Intimate conversations, not how you doing. I'm not answering for her. I'm just talking till she answer.
You giving her answers. She's like, that's good. That's what I was gonna say.
Bray, Grandma Tuka says she love you and tell your sister she love her too. And then get up off of here, boy.
That part. Jeez, we definitely gonna need to start blocking YouTube. Lord.
It's funny because he made it known. Most kids would have been like, I'm not on here. I don't see it. He like, I'm still here. What up, Ma?
I'm cracking up.
Oh, my bubby.
You do not want sex to get boring. That's too much. That part. That's real.
My mom says spending time together, just sitting, talking, walks.
That part.
What does intimacy look like for us?
Talking. I think that's always been our context, like deep conversations. I think we chased after that early in our relationship. Like, because we weren't being intimate, we were looking for in other places.
It might be weird, but I think like our silly, goofy, just like the moment we had yesterday when I tried on that outfit, like to me, like I feel so close to you in that moment where like I can just be my goofiest self and like we can just laugh together where somebody else might not even think is funny. The bed squeaking when I'm laughing, just stuff like that makes me feel real close to you.
For sure. I'd agree.
Everybody answering. Michelle
Cuddling, talking, laughing, back rubs. Man, girls, y'all be killing these back rubs. Dudes just like, it's just a get it started. Y'all be like, I just wanted a back rub.
Back rub, booty rub, foot rub. Them is all non-sexual things.
A booty rub is sexual.
A booty rub is not sexual.
You're wrong.
It's not.
You're wrong.
It's only sexual if your fingers wander. Otherwise, it's not sexual. It just feels good.
Be a real freak.
So Candace says closeness, affection, smack my booty, rub my back area.
That is sexual.
No, it's not. Cuddle, kisses, etc. Shanika says cuddling, talking, laughing. Talk dirty. Keto says I'm holding hands while sleeping. Cuddling, showering together to wash one another, good talks, laughing. Yes, fellas. It's the end, Brad. Yes. Good night. It's the end. Go to sleep.
Fellas, Kay, Lamar, and myself, let us speak for men all over the world. I don't know what it means to y'all, but booty is sexual.
No, it's not. Y'all just gotta get your minds out together.
She said smack.
Yeah. Listen,
How was that?
Listen. My mom says that's intimacy. Candace says it's not sexual. Shanika says rub this booty. It's the best thing in the world, but not sexual.
What?
Then Lamar says if I touch the booty, it's over.
Yeah. So what we have here is a failure to communicate. Okay. Because I don't. At this point, it don't matter what it mean to y'all. Because once that happened, then it's like, oh, it's finna go there.
No.
And y'all like, what you mean? What you mean what I mean? Like, come on.
Talk Dirty Keto says, massage my scalp after I take my wig off. That is an underappreciated form of love and intimacy right there.
Massage.
I don't do it anymore, but the taking off the wig after a long day is the same thing as a woman with big breasts taking off her bra at the end of the day. It's such a relief. Like, oh my God. And then you have somebody that want to just get their fingers in all them crevices of them braids. That's the bomb.
Now
that's underrated.
Now here's gonna be the kicker. And Lamar, I hate to put you out here. Kay, if you want, hey, look, I need to know. What does intimacy look like for y'all non-sexually?
I want to hear that.
Now, this is a conundrum because a lot of men only know intimacy and affection through the lens of sexuality. Mm-hmm. I mean, a lot of dudes didn't have like that affection growing up, so they don't know what it looks like or how to express it other than in sexual scenarios. Mm-hmm. So I'm curious, what does intimacy look like for us, when it's outside the spectrum of sex?
Okay, I'm going to read the comments and then you're going to tell me what it means for you while Lamar goes.
Lamar said, huh? You heard me, bro. You know what I'm talking about.
Sierra says big facts. Russ, your tell is big time showing, bro.
Huh? What you talking about?
I think we were just talking about booty rubs being sexual. That's your thing, booty rubs.
It's every man's thing. Every man in the world.
Is it? No, it's not, Russ. Kevin Jones is. She tagging Kevin. Kevin, come on, speak up. Candace says yes. Well, we're communicating now, right? That's a salon. No, that is not. That is love. Candace says she love her scalp massages. Ooh, we girl, tell him. Lamar has no idea. I know all the girls are like waiting in anticipation
for what intimacy looks like. Man.
Yes. We need more guys on here. Y'all tag y'all men, tag y'all cousins.
Yo, for real. Now I think did we talk about this in the episode?
No.
I remember saying this somewhere, and I don't know if it's an episode we haven't released yet or what, but I'm gonna say it more than once because it bears repeating. Like, there are certain emotional needs that we need before we become an adolescence, right? Attention, affirmation, and what's the other one? Affection. Mm-hmm. Most men don't get affection as a child.
Oh, that was in this episode, the episode we just recorded.
Yeah. And the side effects of that are a lot of dudes who don't know how to express affection. In times when it gets too intimate, they kill the intimacy. When it gets too intimate, they kind of kill the intimacy. They play it off, man, going somewhere, like they play it off. But a lot of men don't know how to show affection and don't know how to show intimacy outside of sex. But we got to know what that means and what that looks like. You know what I mean? It exists. It exists, but it also gives you perspective on how this can be such an issue in marriages and in relationships. Because you think he's just being nasty because you're like, dang, I'm tired. Like, I don't want to have sex. When you don't know he's trying to express love and affection. You just see it as sex. All you want to do is this. No, he's trying to show intimacy and love. And when you reject that, you're not just saying you're tired and you don't want to have sex. You're saying, I'm tired and I don't want to show you love. And there's a difference in that. So you think he's hounding you about sex because he's nasty. No, he's fighting to love you. And he don't know how to do that because he's never been shown that. He doesn't have that perspective or that vantage point. Sometimes they got to learn that. And you got to be able to walk a man through that to show like, hey, look, no, like, let me sit down. Like, I know you had a rough day. You know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes you got to show him intimacy outside of sex. You know what I mean?
Hey,
What?
I love you.
I love you too.
You're so intelligent.
Okay. All right. Don't
No,
do that.
listen, for real.
Are you recognizing
I'm
my
not.
ego?
You're so smart.
Thank you,
Yeah.
baby.
You
Thank
sound
you,
so
baby.
eloquent when you talk like that about what men need and stuff. I like that.
I'm the anti Kevin Samuel.
I'm gonna let you rub my booty tonight. All right.
All right, y'all. Welcome to the Weather Never Told Us podcast. Thank you for tuning in. I'm playing.
Candace said Lamar has no idea. Tamaria though says my husband said watching birds, holding hands, looking at the stars. I love being outside. I remember one day we spent like 20 minutes in the parking lot just looking up at the stars. You ain't listening.
Huh?
None.
You said looking at the stars.
That's what Tamaria's husband said. He likes watching the birds, holding hands, looking at the stars.
Oh, that's dope.
And I said, I remember when we spent like 20 minutes out in the parking lot one day in the freezer cold looking up at the stars. Sexual cues. Ken said, "Deesh, Russ." Facts. Come get this love and affection, team. Russ.
All right.
I like that, Russ.
See, you doing that thing where you stepping on the intimate moment. It was a moment, but it's real though. That's real though. And as someone, I've dealt with that before. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Candace
Candace said she needed to hear that for sure. I think a lot of women need to hear that because I know I've definitely been in that realm where like I just don't feel like it. And I think for women, so intimacy starts and sex being in the mood starts long before we actually get into the bed and get ready to have sex with you. Yeah. So it's the way you talk to us. It's the way you touch us subtly in the, in the kitchen while we cooking, or the way you like even just clean up around the house. Like, yeah, I'm about to give him some. You know what I'm saying? Like all of that is like intimacy and foreplay. Like it's preparing us for the moment. And so when we don't get that, and then you just come and you're ready to have sex as your way for us to be intimate, it feels like a disconnect. Because it's like, I ain't had no other form of affection. Now you just expect for my body to respond to you because you're ready. That's what it feels like on the other end. So it is great to hear the other side of that. For sure. Like, yo, there's a deficit here where we're not taught intimacy outside of sex. Yeah. So when I come to you and I'm trying to have sex with you, sometimes I just want to have sex with you, but sometimes I just want to be close to you. And this is the only way that I know how to do it. I don't know how we counteract that because there are just certain things that a woman needs to be prepared. Like sex for us is so mental. For sure. Like where sex for y'all a lot is, I know it's mental, but a lot of it is purely physical. Yeah. And when those two things don't line up, it's kind of hard to.
Yeah. I mean, the key
make
is
it do what they do.
Yeah. The key is for me, I think I'm speaking about men. We have to diversify our understanding of intimacy, right? We got to like broaden our perspective, and we have to like tread upon some really scary ground. You got to let women into an area of vulnerability that the world and society will tell you, like, you're not supposed to. This ain't what a real man is. But that is the area where the body responds. Like, sex is very physical, but the core of it, it's a spiritual thing. That response that you get transcends physical. Orgasm is bigger than physical. If it was just physical, then you could find something close to it somewhere near other physical things. There's nothing near it. You know what I'm saying? It's a spiritual thing. So when you're accessing your partner's spirit, that can't be achieved without true closeness and intimacy. So sometimes it is like a touch that isn't to get sex. It's a touch just to touch. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like we're sitting here watching TV, or we're doing something that we always do every day, but I'm touching you just because I need to touch you. And subconsciously and spiritually, your woman will recognize that.
100% of the
100%. Your woman will recognize that. So then when it's time, there's already been some like soul recognition and some things that have already taken place that are leading you to the spiritual act of sex, because we've already started bridging that gap. You know what I mean? Yeah,
we are sex episoding the heck out of this.
Yeah, we are.
Now.
We giving y'all the sex episode before the sex. All right, I don't even know how we got on this. This is supposed to be about gender roles. All right.
My husband said that the woman has to show him what she likes. That's very true. We can't. I think sometimes it's when we just like assume, like, duh, you supposed to touch me. Like, duh, you supposed to tell me I look pretty. Like, it seems like inherent, but like, yeah, they need to know what you like. So you just sometimes you just gotta walk them there. Montreal says, thanks for the clarification. Mom says, I'm still here. I don't want to hear about Russell rubbing my booty. Oops. Come on, big sis. Talk, sis. Yes. That's the truth. Both of the things you and Russell said are so true. Candace says she want to push the horn button. Can you give her a horn?
I got you. I got you. And a round of applause.
Yeah. Come on, get us going. We love you too, Shell. All right, y'all. This is the longest live I think we've ever done.
Yeah, we've been on it for a grip.
Keep it at an hour. Any last parting words that we should, questions, thoughts? The sex episode is gonna be really good. Like, y'all got me thinking. I just want to talk about some stuff.
We're not doing it until we get back from the honeymoon.
We are not.
We need some fresh perspective. It's good.
Yeah, this was fun.
Yeah.
Last week we was all over the place, so I needed a comeback.
Good comeback. Yeah. So yeah, if you guys are I'll see you in June, Michelle said.
Yeah, can't wait.
That part. Any questions? Q&A real quick. We're about to jump off. If you guys have any questions for us, any last comments about what we talked about between gender roles, about intimacy, any of that, hit us with it and let us know.
Talk dirty Keto to me says y'all need to just go another hour.
I don't got another hour.
I gotta go to work.
I don't got it in me. I don't got it in me.
She said it ain't even been that long. We appreciate y'all too. We'll see you in the morning, Candace. Bright and early. That's why we can't stay on.
That part.
She got us getting up at 6 in the morning, calling on Jesus. Matter of fact, hey, if you up at that time, join.
Or be intentional and get up at that time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I tell you what, I don't know about for nobody else that get on that call in the morning, but the moment I say, yeah, I do it, even when I don't want to do it, God be like, get up. I be sleeping good. What time is it? 5:45. Okay, hold on. Here we is.
That's what messed me up. I haven't even been setting my alarm.
You just be.
I got full intention to like stay asleep and be like, okay, all right, God, I hear you.
I hear you.
I'm gonna jump on the call. My bad.
But it's so good. I've been thinking about posting my little part from today, but I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah. All right.
It's so good.
We rambling. Yo, pause. I was just getting ready to say that.
Like the minute you was like, okay, I'm gonna try it out. God was like, doo-doo, get up. Remember what you said? You told that girl you was gonna be on that call. Get up.
All right. Too funny.
All right, y'all. I ain't seeing nothing. Y'all might be some slow typers.
That part.
Yeah, Michelle, that's 3:00.
Yeah.
Oh, Candy said she's posting it tomorrow. Okay, cool. I won't post it.
Is there anything we need to announce?
So just reminders that next week is the wedding. So we will be putting out another episode. You can't glaze
past that. Say it again.
I didn't glaze past it. I sung it.
Next week.
We get married, y'all.
Let's go. Let's go. We get married. It's happening. After all the hoopla. Okay, 2 seasons in, we're getting married. It's finally here. It's crazy. Yeah. All right.
And we're going to save all the gushing because we did a whole episode just dedicated to that y'all will get next week.
Next week, yeah.
And then so we'll still go live on Wednesday next week. But then the following week, you will have an episode, but you will not have a live because we will be honeymooning. We have just loosely going to announce that we have thought about going live for a little bit on our honeymoon. But if we do that, it might be a little cost associated with that time. So only the people who really rock with us. We're going to see who really rock with us. Because if we ask y'all for some coins to come on our honeymoon with us.
Let's vet them. So look, if we were to do a special live from our honeymoon and we made it an exclusive, like, I don't know, if it was like $1 to join the live, who would actually want to join in on that? Some of y'all are like, I ain't paying no money
to see nobody I see every week.
But yeah, just put it out there because we're like, hold on, if we gonna go live on our honeymoon, look, this is a different type of, that's time for us. But also, like, it's a way for y'all to sow into our lives and all that. We just getting married. And
we are going to enjoy our time away, Sierra, but like, literally, this stuff right here is like some of the best parts of our week. Like,
facts.
This is us spending time with each other, but it's also us kicking it with y'all. So we actually really enjoy this. And we got this dope house that I really just kind of want to show off.
Yeah. I know y'all gonna be busy. Enjoy your honeymoon.
Yeah, that's why we not making it, we not setting it in stone. It was just an idea.
But y'all seriously need donations for sure.
Well, y'all can definitely donate to the honeymoon fund, baby. Put the Cash App in the comments right now. And then we won't need to go live.
You stupid.
I will be the one to say that. But if y'all seriously need to be away, donation. Okay.
But yeah. Hey, we thank y'all so much. Thank y'all for rocking with us. Y'all were here through the whole time, most of y'all. So thank y'all for that.
Y'all, Michael standing in the back. You want to say hi, Michael? Yeah. Look, he couldn't wait. Look.
Lord.
Look.
Man, no, because I was talking. I said, I told Russell, I go, let me hop in. And he shakes no. So y'all saw him looking away a little bit ago?
Come over here a little bit. Just a little bit in. Right. Your flyers unzipped too, son. Okay, I have shorts on before you get on the internet.
All right. What They Never Told Us podcast next Tuesday. Tune in. You need to tell them, comment, say, we need the all mic episode, all right? I need my own episode, all right?
Round of applause.
All right, now.
For all those who don't know, this is my oldest son, Michael. He's 17.
Yeah. All mic episode. April, let me think. April 18th. Make it happen. I don't know what's happening on the 18th, but the 18th, we're going to make it happen. Even if it's an off-schedule day, we dropping. All mic episode. Tune in.
I'm with you.
Shayla said, my mic. Mom said, hey, grandson. And Cece said, nephew wildin'.
Hey, look, we got all mic episode. Yeah, I love it. I love it.
Mike, what do you think about us getting married next week?
It's cool. Oh, next week?
Yeah.
I didn't even know this. All right. Anyways, episode's ending. My mom has to make me some quinoa. I have a track meet tomorrow. Everybody wish me luck.
All right. Bye, Michael.
No, we're all heading off.
We are. But we got to say bye the way we do it. And zip your pants up, Shay. All right, y'all. The power on that MacBook is actually dying. I'm getting an alert.
It's that time.
So we love y'all. We will see y'all next week. Well, we will be 3 days away from saying I do.
What?
Skin thick out here.
Get real out here. Get real in the field.
We love love.
Y'all should love too.
Peace out.
Peace.